Hello and welcome to the Craft Beer Corner. For today's beer review, we're jumping into a really awesome sounding beer that's from another brewer I've never had anything from before. So that's always exciting. This is from Sig Brewing Company. They're based in Tacoma, Washington. This beer is called Neapolitan Drip. It is a smoothie sour ale clocking in at 6.5%. It was brewed with strawberry puree, vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate ice cream, vanilla extract, and lactose. So, Neapolitan. It's a great combination of flavors. I've had a couple beers that were Neapolitan, but certainly not in a smoothie sour format. It sounds awesome. Label art on this really just gets you in the mood. It's a Neapolitan kind of shake sitting on the counter. I mean, honestly, everything about this sounds amazing. I'm going to get this cracked gently. I did give it a light shake just to kind of break up any potential separation in the can. So I'm going to be relatively gentle here. Hope that I didn't go overboard earlier. Nope, no problem. All right, we're going to get this poured right in the old glass. All right, this looks visually roughly about how I expected it would for the combination of ingredients. And yeah, it's going to be occluded. It is a smoothie. It is a sour. It's quite active in terms of carbonation. I can also tell you as I'm pouring this that the aroma is quite pronounced on this one. So I'm gonna, I can probably get the whole thing in there. Yeah, that's fine. This one really didn't form a head or try to. It was, honestly, this one's so active in terms of carbonation, even if it had, it would be essentially immediately gone. So, very nice. Yeah, visually, it's occluded. It's not what I would say is the most lovely beer to look at in the glass. It's kind of this murky brownish. I mean, it's a mix of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla in a sour beer base, yellow. So, I mean, that's roughly the color it's going to be. And in a smoothie form, it's going to look even thicker and kind of like murky water, I guess. So visually, it looks like I expected it to, although I guess to the average eye, it probably wouldn't look that appetizing. But I know what's in it. So I'm really excited to jump into this one. Let's get right up over it for a sniff. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of sour and a little bit of tart that jumps out, and you can definitely smell the combination of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. Everything that they put in this beer really does come through quite clearly. So aside from this combination in a smoothie sour form, obviously I'm always curious to how the brewer uses lactose in a beer like this. Are they using it to let the flavors pop? Are they trying to sweeten with it? We're going to find out. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. This one sounds awesome, smells delicious. Let's jump in there. Ooh. Oh, wow, yeah. Ooh. Bit more intense on the sour and tart side than I anticipated. So yeah, this is an interesting beer. Interesting in a good way for my money. So the first thing I can tell you is, yeah, 6.5% on the smoothie style, sour or otherwise, it's going to have more presence than maybe you would anticipate for the ABV range. So the body on this is a true full medium. Nice full medium. Mouthfeel, there was a good bit of resistance on this one. This does not get creamy, silky, foamy, anything like that when you agitate around the palate, but you can definitely feel the resistance. It's a smoothie style beer. It's got some resistance. It's got some weight. So it feels quite nice. What I can tell you on the flavor side, absolutely delicious, but surprisingly forward with the sour. So yes, it's Neapolitan. Yes, they did add lactose, but at its heart, they made a smoothie sour here, just with an interesting combination of ingredients to go in it. So yeah, there's a nice bit of sour on this one, a nice bit of tart. That hits you first, and it's just kind of ooh, and then it kind of intensifies for a couple seconds before it, sits and starts to dial back a bit. Immediately behind that, you get the Neapolitan flavors line up. I got strawberry first, not surprising. It had strawberry puree as well as strawberry ice cream. Vanilla came second for me. Again, not surprising. It had vanilla extract as well as vanilla ice cream. Chocolate came in on the back end, but it's a nice pungent flavor anyway. Just coming from the chocolate ice cream that they added into this beer, but it's absolutely delicious. It tastes Very much what I expected, with just a little more presence, a little more forward nature from the sour side of the beer. It's absolutely delicious. Neapolitan is a fantastic flavor combination. I've had it in a few beers. It's worked in them, and it absolutely works in this. So I don't think I missed anything, but just in case, I'm going to jump back in, second sip, let everything re-intensify, then we'll come back and we'll talk about the finish. But this is absolutely delicious. Take two. Sour, tart, holds for 3-4 seconds, starts to dial back a bit. Now the flavors really start to pop in. Strawberry, very present. Has this nice fruity sense. It pairs well with that souring. Vanilla comes in behind that. Chocolate immediately behind that. So it doesn't take that long for these flavors to pop. They stagger a little bit, but when they come in, they taste absolutely delicious. The other thing I got to say about this is the balance. Personally, I love it. I like that they made this a little more sour, a little more tart up front. They weren't shy about that. And yeah, Neapolitan, that's like the interesting thing that they did with it, but they didn't completely deter from what the style is about. This is a very well done smoothie sour with a tremendous combination of ingredients. The balance on it is spot on. I do not want for any more of anything that they put in there. It's just right for me, and it absolutely works in a smoothie sour form. This beer is delicious. So, the finish on this one, longer than your average sour to be certain, and it's really got to do with the intensity of the added ingredients. They used a lot of vanilla, a lot of strawberry, clearly more than enough chocolate. That really does linger on the back of the palate. You're not left with any souring. You're left with the flavors of Neapolitan. You can distinctly taste strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate well over a minute after each sip, which on a sour is not common at all. Honestly, I don't have enough nice things to say about this beer. I think it's a clever idea for a sour smoothie style. I absolutely love it. I think they pulled it off. The balance is fantastic. This is a great first beer to try from a brewer I've never had anything from prior. I love this one. I'm going to take my time, sip on this, come up with my scores. When we come back, we'll get this beer ranked from top to bottom. All right, now that we've gotten to enjoy this beer, we're going to get it ranked. This was Sig Brewing Company's Neapolitan Drip, a smoothie sour ale, clocking in at 6.5% ABV, brewed with strawberry puree, strawberry chocolate and vanilla ice cream, and vanilla extract, as well as lactose. Sig Brewing Company is based in Tacoma, Washington. So this was a really, really nice beer. Cool concept. I've had a few Neapolitan beers, never done in a smoothie style sour. They've all been in, I think, milk stouts. But I gotta say, I thought it sounded intriguing, and it absolutely worked. I was very pleasantly surprised by this beer, and it met my expectations. It's a great first example of what a brewer is about for my money. Not the easiest beer to pull off, but they balanced it beautifully. So without further ado, we'll get into it. This was one that nearly swept it. There was only one category it did not get a perfect score. Maybe you already guessed, and that's appearance. While it did look like I expected it to, given the ingredients that were in it, it certainly wasn't appealing to look at. It's not really the beer's fault. It's the combination of ingredients and the style. So it looked like murky kind of brown. I mean, it wasn't very appetizing to look at in the glass. That's certain. It's not going to be winning any beauty contests. But I didn't want to completely bash the score here. It is what it is. You know, it looked like I expected it to. It just wasn't a very nice looking beer. So I only set it at average. I thought that was the fairest thing to do. Call it how I saw it. So 5 points for the appearance. Perfect 10 out of 10 in every other category. That's aroma, taste, body, mouthfeel, finish, head and retention, balance, feeling in the intangible. That's my subjective thoughts category. An example of style, which does bring the total score on Sig Brewing Company's Neapolitan Drip to a 95 out of 100. So this was an absolutely delicious beer. Forget about what it looked like. It tasted amazing. The balance on it was absolutely top tier. Had the right presence, right texture, right weight. Really, really much longer than average finish owing to the big pungency of these flavors. It was just a delicious beer. Neapolitan does work in beer. It works very well in a milk stout, and after today I can say it does also work in a smoothie sour beer format. So, I mean, this is the third or fourth Neapolitan beer I've had. I love that combination of flavors. And so far, I'm three for three or four for four. I don't remember how many Neapolitan beers I've had, but this one was absolutely top tier. If you like interesting sours, nice flavored beers, or just this combination of flavors, never tried one in a beer form, definitely would try this one. Recommend it to any fan. Very, very good beer. Extremely well done. Folks, that's today's review. As always, I do sincerely appreciate you tuning in today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to stay in the loop when our videos go live, just turn on your notifications, hit the bell icon. It's right next to the subscribe button. Until next time, keep it beer, keep it craft. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.